Hello there, only one Kenobi here, only one. There's loads of new stuff to report to you, so I thought I'd get my teeth into it tonight and have a look at it because a new thing has dropped. It's the Book of Boba Fett, Cad Bane. Tatooine belongs to the Syndicate. I love his voice, man. He's awesome, Cad Bane. And this is just a video I've been meaning to do for a while because there's other new stuff that's appearing and stuff, and I didn't talk about the new Book of Boba Fett Tuscan Warrior, the warrior, the female. But I was just on Instagram, just trying to gather some information, and this one caught my eye. This is a Instagrammer I know called O.O.K Star Wars Toys Mania, Dave, I believe. And am I following him back? He's following me. I'm following him. There we go. And check these out. These are in hand. I'm guessing they are yours, man. And just here's your first look at them. The lighting, I'm going to criticize the photography here. You can tell this was done inside, not in natural light. You can just tell. But anyway. There's One Kenobi. Look at these cards as well, unpunched. Can't wait to get hold of these. It's fantastic. I actually didn't think they were going to do the remaining first 12, man. It was just going that way, but they've done it now, which is great. Death Squad Commander. People like the BOE and all these guys will love this wave, this final part of the first 12. Look at this. This is just golden, man. Look at it. 3PO and R2-D2. Have they used vat metal? Have they used a kind of a chrome pen? Who knows, man? Or ink? Now, this was a disappointment because I always thought that they should do the Jawa with the vinyl cape, man. I never had a Jawa as a kid. I've got no preference, but maybe it's because I did have One Kenobi, and it's just the vinyl capes of those first figures just make it more first figure-y of the first 12 anyway, like Vader. And so that is that. There they are. Look at that. Oh, these box sets are great. It's nice that you get those presentation packs. Well done, Dave, if you've got hold of that. That's brilliant. Now, one thing that really annoys me about Instagram is that Hasbro Pulse here haven't even got the images up yet, and the world and his wife have. But these people should have the images up, but they don't. They have this one up. This is from a few days ago, 6 days ago. They have a joint image here of the Vintage Collection and the Black Series, which, in my opinion, my humble opinion, does not rub salt in the wounds, because really, I would want this and that in the same scale, you know what I mean? I want that. Do you know what, though? I've got to say this now. Of the two scales, I'm really glad that we got her first and they got the chieftain. I don't really care about the chief. She was the best character, I thought, of the Tuscans of that tribe. So had they got her and we got the chief, I would have been bummed. A bit like the scenario with Greef Karga, the fact that they got the Season 1 Greef Karga. It's terrible, isn't it, talking like that? Us and them, you know what I mean? But it is like that. But anyway, they got the Season 1 Greef Karga, we got Season 2, and we're never going to get Season 1. It's going to be one of those things that we just don't get. But anyway, that's Hasbro Pulse for you. I'm going to now check out another, I nearly said YouTuber then. I'm going to check out another Instagrammer I follow and look at their images. This is Masterpiece Official. This is the guy, I think it's the same guy, who made this amazing. Look at the size of that AT-AT, man. Like a HasLab potential, HasLab to scale. If you put a 3 3/4 inch figure next to an AT-AT to put it truly to scale, that is how big it would be. Amazing. Look at this. You might or may not be familiar with this guy, but that's awesome. But they have the images of, there we go. Let's have a look at the, whatever she's called, the Tuscan Warrior. What a brilliant character. What a terrible thing as well. They killed her off. You thought she was going to come back somehow because she was tough. But, they just wiped them all out and then they moved on. It was just, oh my God. One of the things about the Book of Boba Fett that I had an issue with. But then let's have a look at this. It's been liked by a few people I know. Rolando Flores there. Anyway, this is Cad Bane, man. And there's some other images. We'll go on to someone else's site in a minute. But there is the card back. And you've got to say, that is a brilliant card back, isn't it? Tatooine belongs to the Syndicate. As long as the spice is running, everyone will be left alone. I love that raspy voice, the oscillated. Fantastic. So let's get a look at a few other images. Let's try somebody else. So let's have a look at the SWTVC, and these guys are doing an event at the minute. Make sure you get involved with March Madness I'll leave a link to that in the description, or at least to their Instagram, so you can get involved with voting. Check out my last YouTube short and you'll see the kind of process that you go through when you're voting for your favourite TVC figure. It's all a bit of fun, you know, but it's good for Hasbro or whoever to see, and for us all to see what people are voting for popularity's reasons. So this figure here is pretty awesome. Look at that. That's really good, man, isn't it? Can't wait to get that. I do have a Cad Bane already, which is a custom that somebody gave me. It's a Clone Wars Cad Bane, recarded. It was by a friend of mine called Lau. But this is awesome. So mean, isn't he, man? He's a great character. I love Cad Bane. The hat is obviously smaller there. His face just looks quite like he would in the Clone Wars, actually. This would really double up as a Clone Wars Cad Bane in TVC. It's a shame they didn't actually put him on a Clone Wars card back first, should we say, because, you know, he's such a good character and he's pivotal in that series. He's a key villain. And let's have a look at, here she is. Here is the Tuscan Warrior. So we can have another look at the card back there. That's a great image. You know, Hasbro, if you're watching this, congratulations. That is how you do a card back. Let's have a look at the figure as well. I presume you are able to maneuver these strands of her braids, or whatever you want to call them. But yeah, I'm sure you will be able to. I wonder if they've got wire in them, wire mesh or something. But that body looks really like, I think somebody's already talked about this, looks like Rey, Jakku Rey arms there. But you know, if they've got to recycle, they've got to recycle. It still works, doesn't it? She's pretty cool, man. They were some good episodes, number 1 and number 2, especially number 2 with the train. Phew, that was a great episode, that. She was awesome. Absolute badass. And then you thought she was going to be with you and the tribe were going to be with you the whole season, but it didn't work out that way, man. It was just all dumped. Just imagine how good that series would have been had these guys, the Tuscans, been the army that Boba needed. You know, they were there. They were trying to figure out how they were going to take on the Pikes. They could have unified all the tribes of the Tuscans. They could have been heroes, but instead you got a handful of the London Knife Gang, aka the mods. Just terrible. Anyway, I know I'm being very opinionated, but still, that's just the way it is. We can't not look at these without talking about the series, right? And the very last thing I want to look at is, let's have a look at Yak Face's page. These are the figures. Let's give that a like as well. For the retro collection, these are proper publicity shots here, but these are great. I can't wait to get this wave. Fantastic. Really good. Pretty sure Yak Face has some closer images of the new Book of Boba Fett retro collections. I think I've got him. Right, here we are. Look at this. Now, rendered image. Final product may vary. Right, these are rendered images, right? Yeah, not many people I know have showcased these images. I know Usual Mike had them in a thumbnail, and then I saw them here, but it's just a good idea, a good opportunity to look at these card backs. That's pretty cool, isn't it? Boba Fett June C. That's interesting. And that's how he would have looked in Mando. Obviously, Season 2, Crate Dragon episode. That's your man. That's your card back. And, you know, it's painful, man, looking at these, isn't it? Because we want this on an individual card for proper TVC. You know, figures in this retro style are such a novelty, man. I want my figures done in the ultimate style, like a Black Series figure was made. And they can do that in 3 3/4 inch so well. We all know how good the figures are in the vintage collection, but if they're copping out and doing these, and it does float people's boats. People do like figures in the retro style. I don't. Still look cool though, but you know, it's just, this is our scale, man. And these are 6 card backs, 6 characters. I mean, I know they would have been repacking him. That is the Tuscan Raider, and you know, hats off to them. They know what they're doing. That's an easy reissue of the Tuscan Raider from the retro Star Wars, you know. But and then here's Cad Bane again. It's twice you're seeing him. And then different card back for Fennec. I don't remember a card looking like that. Fennec Shand TVC card back. I thought it was different than that. I might have to have a look. Bear with me. Yeah, I mean, this is eBay now. Look at that. She's got no helmet on. So it is different. But this is an interesting alternative. Amazing how they did that. Given that both the cards are Book of Boba Fett. That's interesting. And actually, even that makes me sick. Sick as a dog, man. Look at the fact they've done an alternative card back for Fennec Shand. But they wouldn't give you an alternative card back for Luke Bespin.
Bruh.
And countless other card backs in TVC. That's just absolutely outrageous. And that's a nice card back for the Mandalorian. And this is fine because it's Mandalorian in a different program as opposed to him being in the Mandalorian. This is for Book of Boba Fett. So that alternative image is justified. But that annoys me a lot. It really does. But anyway, these are great card backs. They're really good. And I just hope and pray we're going to get them in TVC. And that's really all I can give you. This is Yakface's Instagram, but thank you for watching. If you want to follow me on Instagram, let's see if I can find me. I am here. So yeah, of course, if you are not already following me, do give me a follow. 1,755 followers so far on Instagram. Not that I'm counting really. I look more at my subscriptions on YouTube than Instagram, but still, yeah. So that's quite nice that so many people are now following me. Let's see if we can get me to 2,000, ladies and gentlemen. That'd be nice. Anyway, thank you very much for listening to this news. I hope you have enjoyed it. Do let me know what you think about this new stuff in the comments below. This has been Only One Kenobi. Only one. Out.